Spurgeon here with RevZilla to talk to you about the 2018 spring lineup of Merlin boots available at RevZilla.com. So the most exciting thing to come out of England since Prince Harry married an American actress is this line of Merlin boots. Everything on the table is going to have waterproof protection, and these are going to be a combination of touring as well as lifestyle boots. And you need waterproof boots if you're living in London because everyone knows it rains non-stop. So what we're going to look at is we're going to break down the three boots that you're going to see on the table, and we're going to talk about the feature set throughout all of these. But before we do that, we're going to talk about sizing. And that's because sizing stays true to size regardless of which pair of boots you're looking at on the table. Sizes will range from 41 to 46 in European sizing, and they fit true to size. They did not have any boots in my current size when we were trying these on, so I had Pat McHugh, my cuddly assistant, try these on. He is typically going to be a 44 in these European boots. He fits perfectly in a 44 for these, and there were no surprises. So they do fit true to size across all the boots you're going to see on the table. The one nitpick that I have here is that I wish that the size range was a bit expanded. 41 to 46 is a bit narrow. It leaves out anybody with itty bitty feet, as well as big old honking sleds for feet. So I would love to see Merlin just expand that line to hit the farther reaches for the next go around for these boots. But what we're going to do is we're going to start on the right side of the table, and we are going to work our way through, starting with the Zodiac. Now the Zodiac is a mid-height touring boot. What you're going to see is full leather cowhide construction. You are getting reinforcements at the toe, at the heel. It's about a 3 out of 10 on our rigidity scale for the sole. And if you're taking a look at the sole, very traditional sole with this nice grip, a little bit of a heel, not too much of a rise, probably about a ½ inch to an inch rise for you. And then what you're going to see is there is going to be a symmetrical design with the toe shifter on this. I love asymmetry, but you're getting a shifter pad on both of these. Now you will have ankle cups for reinforcement, and again, that's giving you that extra layer of protection. And from the entry point for this, what you will notice is you're going to have Velcro over a zipper, and that waterproof liner is going to go up to just about the top of this. So just make sure that your waterproof pants are covering over top of where that liner ends. And again, it's about an inch from the top of the boot. Now the waterproof on this is going to be a Hypora waterproof membrane. So just keep that in mind. It's something that you will probably not want to wear if it's, 190 degrees outside, but this is going to be pretty much a 4-season boot for most folks out there. Now moving right along, we're jumping from the $150 price point up to the $200 price point with the Titan Outlast boots. Now the name implies that there is Outlast material in here, which there is, and if you're not familiar, Outlast is not a thermal, it is a temperature regulating material. It's a paraffin wax that actually helps to release heat when you get cold, and it absorbs heat when you're overheating. So it's temperature regulating to make sure that you stay comfortable regardless of what temperature you're in. You're also going to have a full waterproof membrane with this known as Sympatex, and that's going to go right to the top of the boot. So just make sure your waterproof pants are over top of this, which shouldn't be a problem because this is a full height boot with the Titan. Now, what you're going to see here is a more sophisticated boot, and it's going to be kind of remnant of some of the other boots that we've seen out in the market, but what you're getting is a bit more of a rigid sole. I'd say a 4 out of 10 for rigidity, but it's super beefed up. I'm not going to go as far as to say that this is something that we'd see in a dual sport boot, but it's definitely going to give you more grip if you're out there riding in all conditions. And that's where this full height touring boot is really aiming for riders out there that are going, pretty much anywhere and everywhere all the time on their motorcycles. You are having symmetry with your shift panels, but really the story here is all the protection that we're getting with the reinforced toe, the reinforced heel. You are getting shin protection, and then the entry points for this are going to be phenomenal. There's a lot of adjustability and there's a lot of ease for entry. So what you're going to notice here on the back is you can adjust this to see how it's going to fit on the back of your calf. And then once you're done with that point of adjustment, you are going to have a dual entry setup. So once you get this on, you can set up exactly how tight you want on your calf, but you have dual zippers running down either side to make for very easy entry. The entire boot opens up, you stick your little foot right into this little pocket, and then you zip it up, and then again you fine-tune the fitment along the back. But that waterproof membrane goes up to just about the top of the boot, and you do have that extra layer of shin protection at the top. So this is going to be pretty much, in my opinion, your flagship touring boot from Merlin. You're getting waterproof protection, you're getting beefed up kind of reinforced actual impact protection, and you are getting that Outlast to help regulate temperature. Now the final boot that we're going to move to on the table is going to be the Drax, and this is coming around the $230 price point. What you're going to see with this is your lifestyle boot. Now one of the things that I like, a lot of times when you see a manufacturer do a lifestyle boot, they put the zipper down the side. That's not how Grandpa used to use it, and I'm not a fan of the zip entry. I like the fact that Merlin didn't do that here. It's a traditional lace-up boot. What you are going to see is a more sophisticated leather. Now both the Titan Outlast as well as the Drax is going to be using a 2.4 millimeter leather. Super thick, super beefy, but this is actually going to have a crazy horse finish to it. And this is the only boot on the table that's available in 2 colors. So you're going to see the black right now, but there is a brown, and it's almost kind of like a distressed brown. So it looks like it's already worn in, which I'm always a fan of. But even the black, they didn't do in that gloss finish. Again, it's that crazy horse finish, really great hand to it, and it doesn't give off that reflective property that you see from some boots. Now again, this is going to be right around the 4 out of 10 on our rigidity scale. You do have a beefed up sole, about 1.5 inch rise to this, and you will have that extra reinforcement at the toe, at the heel, and then you are going to have shift panels running across the toe box as well. Traditional lace up, this is going to be waterproof, and that waterproof membrane goes just about to the top of where you're going to start to see this ribbing come into play. And again, this is going to be that Hypora waterproof membrane, the same that we saw in the Zodiac, the first of the boots that we had on the table. So whether you're looking for more of a traditional touring boot in either a lower form or a taller form, or maybe you want something that's going to be lifestyle, these are all going to be new from Merlin for 2018. They are going to be waterproof to make sure that your feet stay nice and dry, as long as you are wearing some kind of waterproof protection over top of them to make sure that water is not pushing down from above. Now there's a lot of folks out there utilizing Merlin on their rides, and if you want to hear more about what those folks have to say, now would be the time to click that little info button on your desktop or mobile device, and that will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are already out there putting Merlin gear through its paces. If you have more questions for any one of our gear geeks as to which pair of Merlin boots are right for your feet, you can always give them a shout. 877-792-9455, or simply shoot over an email to cs@RevZilla.com. I want to thank you for joining us for this look at the 2018 spring lineup of Merlin boots. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.